And here's Mel. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 7. So on the floor for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with Ben McLemore. And it's Tucker in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Count that one. Boss has got 9 points.
Gorgie Jang doing a nice job getting the ball to the open teammate there. Nicely done.
Pass to McLemore. The feed now to Westbrook. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Clark, he's checked in for Jang. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jaren Jackson. Winslow's checked in for Boss. And Grayson Allen subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. Houston also making some changes. Green comes in for Robert Covington. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points. That's all you.
The Grizzlies trail by 9, so on the floor for Houston. Robert Covington out there with Chandler, and it's Rivers, then it's Ben McLemore, and it's Nwaba in at the 3, the small forward. Rockets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Boss in that last matchup against the Warriors was phenomenal. He finished with 47 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Melton passes to Boss. Chandler with the rebound.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Nwaba kicks to Rivers. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Boss, guarded by McLemore. Boss passes to Melton. Out to the wing, takes the three. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
McLemore dishes to Covington. Puts it up from 17. No good on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second-chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
And the free throw, no good.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Floats one. Melton. No good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Morant passes to Boss. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level sixth man for the rest of his career.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Well, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
Look at Harden. There are a few players ahead of him in the voting, but if he holds on to his spot at number 5 on that list, he'll have a place in the three-point contest waiting for him.
And if anything, I bet he moves up the list. I mean, how could you not have this fella taking part in this contest? He'll be there.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Here's Nwaba. It's Rivers on the wing. Chandler kicks to Rivers. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Shooting one. And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. A free throw drops for Rivers. Clock right around the halfway mark, and some players starting to feel a little bit beat up, taking those bumps and bruises. Is it hard to decide which injuries to play through versus the ones that make you sit and miss a game?
You know, I don't think so. If you're a younger player, it may be a little more difficult, but as you've spent time in the league, you know your body. You understand what's an ache and a pain and something you can play with, or an injury that really hampers you. So I think as you mature in the league, it becomes much easier to know what's an injury and what's something that you can work through.
That word tolerance becomes pretty important, doesn't it?
Yeah, and everybody's a little different in that regard, Kevin. Some guys have a high tolerance, others have a low or moderate. But again, it's about knowing your body.
5 to shoot. Here's Boss. Here's Jang. Jackson trying to break free. And Jang gets it to go.
And, you know, we all know about Jang's high motor. Defensively, you can't just let him float around the glass. You've got to get a body on him.
Got that one up quick. That's 12 points for James Harden.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the dunk by Jackson.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
Chandler. Yo, who got James? Get James!
Harden dishes to McLemore. The three, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist from McLemore. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Houston making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. Here's Boss, guarded by McLemore. Boss, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Tyson Chandler. The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
From deep, Harden. It's rebounded by Memphis. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. Chandler with the steal. Down low. And Harden with the stuff.
I've got a word for Harden. It's indefatigable. Say that real fast. Which basically means he's tireless. Even when he's carrying the whole offense, he's got great energy and stamina.
Jackson passes to Boss.
Switch.
Fires the 3.
Hey, come on, grab that.
It's rebounded by Houston. Chandler's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The 11-footer. It's rebounded by Houston. Chandler's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now the pass to Westbrook. Shoots a 3. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Boss. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on James Harden. The Grizzlies have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. The first one falls.
And he's been much more aggressive here in the second quarter. He's getting to the line a lot more than he did in the first.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for Gorgie Dan. Anderson comes in for Jackson. Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Milton. And Jones subbed in for Morant. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Emmanuel House comes in for Ben McLemore. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. You take a look at Boss, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
And you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Yeah, rebounding always transfers and translates to the next level. He's been a bull in a china shop, out working, out hustling guys, and he's really got terrific instincts to the basketball.
Harden gets the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Boss. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. All right, Clark, game is on the line. 1 free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great name. And finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The putback. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got his second basket of the game.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Here's House, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Rockets have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And Memphis making a change here. Allen's checked in. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. So he comes up empty, missing both. And for Memphis, they're shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. Jones, no luck.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Here's Westbrook. The Rockets again can't hit. A challenging stretch here for Memphis. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Jones trying to get open. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Winslow. Anderson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Westbrook with it From deep three-point range, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Houston Rockets sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo in the game in the first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. We're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
Tyson, thanks. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through two quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. They've got Zhang. Boss is out there with Jackson. Then it's Morant. And it's Melton in at the two-guard spot. Both free throws good from Boss. Rockets leading by 19. Outside, Covington. Here's the lob to the hoop. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh, my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Melton, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Boss, guarded by McLemore. Boss, no good. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Covington passes to Harden. Outside Westbrook. Top of the key. Houston gets it back. Harden kicks to McLemore. Here's Chandler. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And that's going to be a travel. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him. And here are the Rockets now. They're on a 9-1 run right now. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his third foul so far.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for James Harden. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging around 26 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but That is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Boss, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Russell Westbrook. He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. Clark, you and I are amazed at how the global interest of the NBA has just gone through the roof. The league has made a lot of right moves, I think, in this area.
They sure have, Kevin. I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the international reach through what coaches in this country have done in teaching the game and promoting the game. Not just coaches, but players as well. I think there's something about the game of basketball that just really transcends cultures. The pace of the game, the personality of the players, the creativity of the game, all of that lends itself